An elderly man walks into a bathroom because he has to take a gnarly shit. Unfortunately, the man is a dumbass and makes the legendary mistake of sitting on the toilet seat without glancing down beforehand. This causes him to fall into the shitter. The poor old man fell down for quite some time, as it was an outhouse with a 20-foot hole that leads to a dark abyss. The septic tank underneath hasn't been cleaned out in a century, so the old man falls down a huge hole full of rock hard man shit. As the poor man falls deeper and deeper, the hardened shit begins to damage his withered body. One shit scalpel managed to snag the poor man's penis as he was falling. The penis is violently torn off of the man's body and flies upwards with the grace of an Olympic champion.
I had to do volunteer work for a Russian Orthodox church one day. My job was to record and monitor audio from the tech booth above. I really didn't want to do this because the job would be boring and rewardless. Knowing the night would be long, I bought a bottle of Dr. Pepper from a nearby gas station to keep me up. I was ready. I entered the threshold, only to be confronted by a crowd of eyes staring at me and some religious leaders on stage. I'm fucking late. I nod my head towards the audience shyly and head up to the control booth in shame. I put on headphones and begin to monitor the audio. Why the fuck have I need to monitor this? I thought to myself, because it already sounded pretty good. After listening to the leaders preach and sing annoying songs, I crack open my Dr. Pepper. As I open the bottle, gas squeals out and the whole crowd looks around for the noise. Oh shit. I tighten the cap back in complete shame and wait till they start singing again to open it. I gargle it down. My thirst for it was like no other due to the fact I have been carrying it around for a large quantity of time. As I am chilling with my Dr. Pepper, I load up Reddit to find some stories. Reposts and shit posts everywhere. I cower in disgust as I scroll through an endless sea of these fucking posts. I finally stumbled upon one that was mildly interesting and unique. The story was a huge build-up with a very funny ending. This caused me to moor my arm up while laughing. Being the fucking idiot I am, I left the cap off of my Dr. Pepper. My arm flung the bottle in the air. Fuck. I thought to myself with guilt. The fluid poured onto the ground like a tsunami on a Japan shore. The rest went into the cracks of the sliders on the soundboard. Loud sizzling could be heard inside the sliders. I knew I was fucked. Instantly I ran to the restroom and grabbed the remainder of the paper towels. The bathroom was kept shitty, so there was not much left. I cleaned the whole mess up the best I could and finished the audio job. I headed home without telling them. To this day I get paranoid that they will figure it out. My face when they have my contact information.
Okay, so I am in Troutdale Denny's and I have the Grand Slam, and it is so freaking good, and I had spicy bacon instead of regular, so I'm drinking a lot of water, and I drink like 3 glasses and I needed to piss, so I walked into the restroom and it was empty. I walked into the stall anyway because I don't use urinals, and there is piss spots all over the ground and on the seat, and the bowl is covered in really fizzy piss, and I'm like, whatever, it could have been worse. So I piss on top of it. This was a really long piss, and I was imagining the airplane guy. All of a sudden this guy walks in. He says it smells fucking bad in here, and at this point I am still pissing. I tried so hard to keep in my laughter, but I eventually broke and laughed really loud. The man in the restroom responded by saying, "What are you laughing at, motherfucker?" And I use urethra ultra stop to hold my piss and I hide where he can't see my feet. I wait until he leaves. Once he was gone I went to wash my hands and go back to the table.
He stood stark naked, wearing nothing but roller skates. His unerect cock dangled down like a broken telephone pole. The whole crowd stared at him strangely as his wild appearance astonished many minds. He grew nervous. Extremely nervous. Sweat went all down his body and created the foul stench of ball stink. The crowd looked disgusted as his bald hairs collected wet droplets and marinated. Nobody understood him. He was all alone. Please end my everlasting torment.
So I am at a public library with two of my friends, and we are having the time of our lives playing Mario Party 3. All of a sudden I feel the sudden need to take a piss, so I head towards the restroom. As I enter the restroom I notice that it is empty and the stall door is open. Just in case anyone would happen to walk in while I was pissing, I decided to enter the stall. As I walk towards the entrance of the stall I can hear a faint shuffling. As I proceed to the entrance of the stall I come face to face with an ugly sight. A man in his 30s is standing in the corner of the stall, ass naked, not even facing the fucking toilet. As soon as I saw his fully shaved ass crack I held my breath and tried not to make any noise. I carefully but rapidly made my way out of the restroom and back to salvation.